What does MTN look like in the next 5 years in an ideal world? And I also want to ask this with the caveat that we are seeing Elon Musk's Starlink trying to at least make some inroads into the continent, especially in South Africa. Do you factor that potentially into the future business, potential partnership?
Yeah, I mean, if we talk about connectivity, in the future, the MTN customer or business is always connected, no matter where they are. If they go into a remote location, deep forest, they go into the sea, or they're in some very remote kind of border area, they will always be connected. And we will arrange the technology such that the customer benefits from this always connected. So we'll use the wireless networks we have, we'll use fiber, we'll use LEO satellites. So in the way we think about the future, there is a position for the satellite. Now, the model that we've looked at and are beginning to work on is developing a partnership approach to kind of the LEO constellations. And there are many that are out there. And we're talking to some of them about how do we create a partnership where our customer, who is in the kind of developed areas where there's connectivity, the moment they move to an area where there's a limited or no MTN network, they will automatically be connected to a satellite. And so those sort of partnerships are the ones we're looking at. So we look at LEO satellites and constellations as an integral part of the future. We're not fighting them, we're not resisting, we're actually embracing them. And we're thinking about the partnership models that makes most sense in specific markets. So this is an area that I think you should anticipate developments from MTN.
Why? My last question to you, because we've seen other telecom providers on the continent take a different approach, right? See it sort of as a competition, potentially. Why do you take that position?
Yeah, I think, in markets where direct to device, direct to customer, I think you'll see a competitive element because a wireless provider like ourselves would say, but that's my customer, huh? I need to defend myself. So I think some of the satellite providers or some LEO constellations are not trying to going direct to consumer. They are much more of a wholesale or business to business, where the last mile, if you want to think of it in that way, still is in the hands of a fixed or a wireless operator in market. So I think there are different models for LEO, but the one model that we are looking at is the one where we develop a partnership, maybe share some of our spectrum, but that customer remains the MTN customer. We built this business. We want to look after our customers for the next 5 to 10 years.
I see, but not yet talking to Starlink.
How we talk to them. We talk to all of them about exploring opportunities.